Welcome to This Day. It is December 14th and it's Wednesday, all the way till Christmas. I think it's about 11 days. So, actually 10 days, but Christmas Eve. All right, let's go ahead and let you know about a couple of the meetings that we have today. We have one at 9:30 this morning, which is the GRF Maintenance and Construction, and that will be in the boardroom. And then this afternoon at 2:30, we have the GRF Landscape Committee meeting, and that will also be in the boardroom. Now on our show today, we have Jerry Slusowicz, who is here on behalf of Pacific Financial Planners, and he's got some wrap up to talk to us about and also some interesting information going into the new year. And then we have Dave Chambers, who is here on behalf of the Aerospace Club. Let's take a look at our weather. Well, it's a little chillier than normal this morning. I think it was about 45 degrees on my way into work today. But we are looking at pleasant skies, about 61-43, 61-46 tomorrow, 65-54, 63-46, and 62-46. Our sunrise this morning was 6:47, and our sunset will be at 4:44. And if you are heading up to the Mammoth area or even Big Bear, make sure you do check the road conditions because they are possibly requiring change, especially in the Mammoth area. All right, when we come back, we will have Jerry, so stick around.
At Healing Hearts Emergency Animal Hospital, we are dedicated to emergency veterinary care through high-quality veterinary services and compassion. We offer state-of-the-art diagnostics at competitive pricing. Our doctors will see and care for dogs, cats, and most exotics. In case of emergency, rest assured Healing Hearts Emergency is here for you when your primary veterinarian is closed. Open nights, weekends, and all major holidays.
I'm an entrepreneur and have been struggling with staying focused on tasks. I needed something to help me with focus and memory and have found the holy grail of multivitamins. MindSense One has removed my brain fog and now I have better clarity and can focus on tasks and remember names and places much better. MindSense One helps support the 8 indicators of brain health.
Purchase at mindsense.info or available at these fine retailers.
Diane's Hallmark in Laguna Niguel is now an Elam's Hallmark, and we are excited to be part of your community. We have just remodeled, and you will be surprised by the wide variety of fashion and accessories, home decor, collectibles, Disney, Peanuts, Harry Potter, and Star Wars, along with the largest Hallmark card selection in town. Stop in today and sign up for our Crown Rewards program and get a free Just Because card. Once a member, you can get a free card once a month. Elam's Hallmark, your neighborhood gift store.
Hi, welcome to Pacific Financial Planners. We focus on income replacement for your retirement. We have over 3 decades of professional money management experience. We personalize a plan that's right for you and your family. You only get one shot at retirement. Don't you think you better get it right? So give us a call for your free consultation. We can do this over the phone, via Zoom, or in person.
Welcome back. Well, as I mentioned, we have Pacific Financial Planners here, and Jerry is here to tell us all about what has happened in 2023. Hi, welcome.
Welcome. Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen next year in a minute, but let's review last year.
I think that's a good idea. We'll reflect on what has happened so far in 2022.
Yeah, it was a bad year all the way around for most investors, especially if they didn't come up with a plan to protect themselves, because we haven't had a down year like this in a little over a decade. 2008 was, people remember the financial crisis, the housing crisis was pretty bad. And this year was the worst start to the year that we've seen since that time. And really, it was the worst start to the year really in 60 years, because it started worse this year. The financial crisis was more in the fall. So, but we've improved a little bit in the second half of the year, and things have calmed down a little bit.
Right.
In terms of Fed raising interest rates, we'll see maybe they start slowing that rate of increase. They're still
Right.
going to increase rates, but a slower pace. And that could help markets as we head into 23.
Right.
And if you recall, Lisa, I was in here mid-year, and I was talking about how bad the year was and how it was the worst start, et cetera. But I went back in history and I showed that there had been 7 other times since 1900 that this was the 7th time since 1900 that we started this bad. And 5 of the 6 previous, the market was up by the end of the year. And I said, I kind of am optimistic that by the end of the year, we'll be higher than we were on March 30th.
Right.
And sure enough, I've brought a chart in today to show people that it's not much, but we're up about 7%
Right.
from the lows, and that gives me some hope for next year.
Right, so let's take a look at the chart again, because there's a lot of things going on in that chart, and people are looking at it right now. So you can see that the first half, you said there is down, is that 22.5%?
Yes, and that was the
Wow.
worst start literally since 1962.
Right. Right, and then what do you have up there? It says S&P 500 year to date down 16%.
So that's, when you ask how the year went, the
That's what
S&P
you would
500
say.
is the people talk about the Dow, but the Dow is 30 companies. The S&P 500 is 500 of the largest companies that trade on the U.S. markets. So that's more of a broader view of how things are really going.
Okay.
It's a lot more encompassing of different sectors. There's 11 different economic sectors. So it's the real picture of what's happened this year.
So if you're looking at any of them, the S&P would be the best one to look at.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so if you're an investor at home wondering how you're doing, if you've done better than down 16.1%, year to date, then at least your investor, your financial advisor, if you're doing it yourself, which is fine, has done better than average.
Okay.
But if you're worse than that, which a lot of people are, then that might mean you are taking on way too much risk. And even
Yeah.
people that are down 16%, if you're a senior, you really shouldn't have this kind of return. You should have maybe half your money not in the stock market as a
Right.
very least as a bogey.
Right, now let's look at the second half here, just as we head into the end of the year. It looks as though it's up 6%.
Yeah, 6.8,
Okay. Okay.
almost 7, I rounded up,
Okay.
being optimistic. But the point is that you could see it, they're still volatile. We went way up about almost 17% from June till August. And then we had a lower low in early October than it was
Right.
even in June. So
Right.
for a little while, it looked like I might not be right, but here we go, into the year end, and it's rallying a little bit. But again, we're at an inflection point, and that's what I think is going to happen next year. There'll be several more inflection points as we go forward.
Now today, I believe the feds will be talking about potentially the interest rate being raised again. Is that correct?
Yes, they're going to probably raise interest rates 0.5%, but we have raised interest rates 0.75% 4 times in a row. Okay, so that's a lot. And then there was a 0.5 point before that and a 1/4 point before that. This is the largest interest rate hikes we've seen since the early 1980s, when CDs were at 18 to 20% and mortgages were 16 to 18%. And so they're raising interest rates in an attempt to slow down inflation.
Right.
And we're seeing that they are making some progress on that. But according to today's numbers, inflation's still over 7%.
Right.
But that's using a different basket than we used in the 1980s. If it was the same basket, we'd probably be around 14-15% inflation.
Oh wow. Okay. So now let's talk about what you potentially could happen. After an announcement today, possibly between now and the end of the year.
Well, traditionally, between now and the end of the year, there's this thing called the Santa Claus Rally. So let me put this on.
I love it.
And I'm hopeful.
Okay.
So we're hoping for the Santa Claus Rally. It usually starts right around now, December 14th, December 15th.
Okay.
And it really gets more in earnest the week actually after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's. So, we've got 2 more weeks, 2.5 weeks, or well, I guess 10 days till Christmas, and then, but till the end of the year of trading.
Okay.
And generally markets go up. Why? Because it's a lot of psychology in there, and people tend to relax a little bit around the holidays. Not everybody, but a lot of people feel a little bit better, and that can make markets go up because people are a little bit less of a Scrooge and more generous and more inclined to have it go up. So I'm hopeful that it will.
So what would you be telling somebody right now if they were super concerned? I mean, obviously you're hopeful about it increasing, but do you have people still wait? Because I know that you're concerned and you don't want people to drop too much. And if it goes too high, there's a point where you might want to pull out or buy more.
Yeah, great, Lisa, that's an excellent question. It depends on where you are. If you're someone who is not sold all year long and you're still invested today, like you were in January, you should probably change things up. I mentioned inflection points. So this market has rallied, and it might rally for a couple more weeks here, but it might be a good time to lighten up on the stocks and look at high quality bonds, including treasury bonds and very high grade corporate bonds. And if you're in the highest of tax brackets, and I mean 35% type tax bracket, municipal bonds are also a very good place to look right now.
Right.
And I don't mean bond mutual funds, I mean individual bonds, and to lighten up.
Yeah.
So, but if you haven't, if you've been sitting around waiting and heavy in cash, it might not be the ideal time to jump fully into the stock market, but again, looking at individual securities and individual bonds makes sense right now.
Okay.
The best thing that people should do is not just hope and wait. It should be to get somebody, like myself or another professional, to review their portfolio based on their circumstances.
Okay. Now you have had several forums, financial forums over the course of the year, and I understand that things have been going so well that you now have to change clubhouses for next year.
Yeah, and again, a lot of it is, credit to having you help us promote those things. But we're going to go to the second Thursday of the month. It was always the last Tuesday. So it's going to start in, I think it's January 12th.
Okay.
And we're moving to Clubhouse 7.
All right.
Because we were in Clubhouse 5 and the demand was so much that the room's packed.
Great.
So, we think Clubhouse 7 has much more room to grow, and it'll allow people to spread out so they don't have to sit on top of each other. But it will start back up in January, and
Okay.
we're going to do it always the second Thursday of the month going forward.
Perfect. So that's January 12th in Clubhouse 7 from 3 to 5. And it would be important for them to call that number that's on the screen to let them know that they're coming, or it's not necessary?
No, just show up. It's a financial forum. I obviously lead the discussion, but it's a discussion amongst peers. You don't have to participate. You can come. You don't have to announce yourself. You don't have to sign in on anything.
Okay.
You don't have to sign up. Show up. Ask questions if you want. Listen if you want. But it's a good place for people to learn and to get their questions answered with no obligations and no risk.
Yep, and it's very informative, I understand. And hey, if you take one piece of information away, it was definitely worth it.
Yeah, people have loved it, and I'm glad. We've been around for probably about 5 years, and but we do need to get it to a bigger room, and so we're going to start next January in Clubhouse 7.
5 years and 35 years of experience in this, so fantastic.
Well, that's, yeah, thank you.
All right, well, thank you so much. Happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays to you, and thank you so much for the year.
All right, we'll see you next year. All right. If you want more information about what we have just discussed, you can always get in touch with Pacific Financial Planners, and their number is right there on the screen. We'll be right back.
Life, a series of moments. A touch, a look, a laugh. Successful people. It might not be superior imagination. It just might be superior retirement planning. Imagine what's next. Plan today, own tomorrow.
is RadNet? You've probably heard our name and seen our commercials, but you still might not know who we are. RadNet is the largest provider of outpatient imaging services in the United States, with over 8,000 employees and almost 400 imaging centers in 7 states. Likely, if you have had diagnostic imaging, you have experienced RadNet's high-quality, cost-effective imaging services. With 35 years of expertise, RadNet is leading into the future with advanced technology and the very latest AI technology. We are positioned for the future of healthcare. RadNet, leading radiology forward.
All great healthcare organizations care, but the best dare to reach higher. At Hoag, we lead with life-saving clinical trials and advanced therapies. Our world-renowned specialists innovate with state-of-the-art technologies like virtual reality and robotics. Hoag is the #1 hospital in Orange County 4 years in a row. Now, more than ever, your healthcare choices matter. Choose Hoag.
As we advance through the years, challenges in our daily activities arise. Lake Forest Services hire caregivers that go through stringent screening and compliance processes for assistance in all daily activities. Qualified veterans may also receive care as a VA benefit. We also provide full-service palliative and hospice care through Lake Forest Hospice. Our medical director and his team accommodates house calls to those in need. We exist to create seamless transitions that enhance quality of life.
Welcome back. Well, we have Dave Chambers here on behalf of the Aerospace Club of Laguna Woods. Well, welcome. Nice to have you here.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
So, there's a lot that's going on with, space. And I mean, we have Elon Musk who talks about, Starlink, and he's got his rockets and all this stuff. But, beyond that, there's so many other things that are going on. But before we get into that, tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with the Aerospace Club.
Well, I've always been interested in airplanes, and I found out about this club shortly after I moved here, and I joined up, and I've been a member ever since. And more recently, they decided that I should be president.
Well, lucky you, I think,
drafted,
huh?
Yeah, right.
So, what is the Aerospace Club made up of? I mean, are there people who are from the industry or like you who are very interested in the industry?
Both, but we do have, most of our members did work in the aerospace industry.
Okay.
And, like Boeing or, just all the different companies and different aspects. Some of them were in the space programs, and me, I'm just, I think I'm the minority here. The people that are mostly there were in aerospace industry.
Okay. Well, what are some of the things that you guys are focusing on?
Well, we focus on a lot of things. We're not focused on any one item. We do a lot of things. We have some speakers that come in, and we have a large talent of people that are in there that can make a talk about something that they worked on or did or something. So it's a pretty friendly group. We're having, for instance, our January meeting. We have our meetings on the 4th Friday of every month.
Okay.
There's a couple of months that we don't have a meeting, July and August. But we have a January meeting is going to be a speaker, Jonna Doolittle Hops. And she is the granddaughter of Colonel Jimmy Doolittle, who, among other things, led the raid into Tokyo shortly after the after the project, after the war got started. And it was a very successful raid in that the Japanese didn't think that we could bomb them, and so we showed them that we could. And it was not a military, not a military victory, but it was a victory because it did show the Japanese that we could do that, and they, after that raid, they brought a lot more of their military people to Tokyo to defend this in case we did it again. The way we did it is, it was pretty difficult, and we got a lot of, we sent 18 border, what am I trying to say? Lieutenant Colonel Doolittle at that time was he was a lieutenant colonel, and he had been a pilot long before the war started, and he rose in the ranks to general, and he's got a lot of. He told us that this gal, his granddaughter, has made several speeches. I've heard one of her speeches already, and it was a very good speaking, and we're having her back. And we have a lot of people that have done something.
Well, she'll be able to give a kind of an overview of what her dad did and how that was involved. You have a shirt on that says Lion Air Museum. Have you been there many times?
Yes, actually, I worked there as a docent for about 8 years.
Oh, okay.
And
you still do now?
Not now.
Oh, okay. It's a great place, isn't it? I mean, you can learn a lot there.
It's a fantastic place.
And since you love planes, that's a perfect place to be.
Well, that's why I wanted to be a docent there, because I learned a lot about all the planes there. There was one, in fact, a B-17 that they have there, and the literature I had said that there were 13 machine guns on the plane, and I counted them about 100 times, and I only counted 12. So.
And where's the 13th? I wonder.
It's there. I finally found it, but it was just it's pretty well hidden.
Okay. Yeah. Too funny. All right. Well, very good. So let's go ahead and let everybody know again when the Aerospace Museum, or excuse me, the Aerospace Club is meeting again. It's going to be the 4th Friday of every month, correct? Yes. And this next one, you're going to have Doolittle come on, the granddaughter of Colonel Doolittle, and she'll be doing a talk. Well, I love it. And of course, if anybody wants information, they can always get in touch with you.
That's right.
Well, perfect. Well, thank you so much. We'll have you on again next year. And then you can talk about what's happening in March and beyond, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
We do have some interesting programs lined up here, so.
Perfect. Good.
Okay.
Thank you so much. If you want more information about the Aerospace Club, you can always get in touch with Dave Chambers at the number that's on our screen. And remember, it's the 4th Friday of each month. We'll be right back.
Diane's Hallmark in Laguna Niguel is now an Elam's Hallmark, and we are excited to be part of your community. We have just remodeled, and you will be surprised by the wide variety of fashion and accessories, home decor, collectibles, Disney, Peanuts, Harry Potter, and Star Wars, along with the largest Hallmark card selection in town. Stop in today and sign up for our Crown Rewards program and get a free Just Because card. Once a member, you can get a free card once a month. Elam's Hallmark, your neighborhood gift store.
Freedom Village Skilled Nursing offers rehabilitation after surgery with our team of on-site therapy professionals. We are proud that our quality care measures are recognized by Medicare. We support you with your recovery with a caring staff and registered nurses around the clock. Freedom Village Skilled Nursing is conveniently located near 3 hospitals, open to the public, and offers private Serenity Suites. Call today to experience first-class care for your loved one.
Achieve a level of comfort you've never known before. The Daydreamer will take you through smooth movements and guide you effortlessly into your favorite positions. Adjust the power pillow for ideal support for your head and neck. This and our positioning technology allows for infinite relaxation. Lay back in zero gravity while watching TV and put your body and mind at ease. Lift your spirits and find your favorite daydream. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
Hi, my name is Rhonda Plains. I'm from Fullerton, California. I absolutely love Dr. V. I am very happy to drive from Fullerton to Laguna Woods. I was having an issue with my vision. There was strobe light going off in my eye. Dr. Vias was able to get me in to see him the next day. Once I met him and he diagnosed the problem with my eye, I felt very comfortable with him, and I'm just really happy that I found him.
Let's go ahead and tell you about the movies that are coming up on Friday and Saturday. On Friday is Force Majeure, and it is looking pretty cool about avalanches and snow, and looks like they have some really great reviews. So check that out on Friday, 2 p.m. with subtitles, 6 p.m. without subtitles. And then on Saturday, we have another very interesting movie called The Music Never Stopped. You can see that also on Saturday at 2 p.m. with subtitles and 6 p.m. without. And just a few announcements. Rock the Holidays is happening over here at the Geneva Presbyterian Church. And we have 2 free tickets. Please email us at lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com and you can win 2 free tickets to Rock the Holidays. Now, also the Newport Beach Boat Parade is happening this weekend. So you want to check that out, get your spot. It will be December 14th through the 18th. 6:30 to 10, and you can get the route at christmasboatparade.com. Now, there's going to be a food distribution that's going to be happening right down the street, and it's going to be in the morning from 9 to 10:30, December 16th, and that is going to be on Friday. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather one more time. We are looking at mostly partly cloudy, partly sunny skies for the remainder of the week and into the weekend. We are looking at 61-43, 61-46, 65-44, 63-46, and 62-46. Thank you for watching. You can always tune in again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. right here on Village Television. Have a great day.
At Genesis Medical Center, our goal is to treat chronic conditions with a traditional and holistic approach to get the best results. we created a program we call Diabetes Reversal, targeting people with prediabetes and chronic diabetes. The patient is closely and personally monitored. We check parameters, blood sugar monitoring, A1C, cholesterol, high blood pressure, and weight. We offer natural supplements, and we will hopefully decrease the amount of medications you're currently taking. We teach lifestyle modifications, increase confidence, and control the disease.